Been kind of digging things out here. There's the steering wheel. I've already mocked all this stuff up. I'm starting to think, I was going to paint this before I put it on there, but I think it might be a little smarter to kind of mock things up again. I need to tweak my pedals there. And there's some other odds and ends that needs to happen. And I need to sort out how I'm going to run all this wiring. I need to sort out the wiring. And how I'm going to do the gauges. And the switches. So it might be a pretty good idea to get all that stuff sorted out before I paint it. I think that's the direction I'm going to proceed. And this truck ain't very far from needing to spend some money on it. The interior and redoing the seat, buying gauges, all that stuff. But it's time to get to figuring it out. And it would be good to hear this thing run one more time. It'd probably sound good. Probably get my juices flowing again too. I'm gonna need to find some roof marker lights. I have one or two, but they're pretty rough shape. I'd like some vintage ones. I gotta find those, and need to sort out the windshield wiper. I think that's an old vacuum thing. Let me do some digging here. And then here's another thing. I bought this for 75 bucks the other day, a little wiring harness. I don't know if I want to use that. I bought this for it a long time ago. This comes with switches and all kind of stuff. And a much larger fuse panel. I don't know, I got some thinking to do here and figuring. But that's what makes this stuff fun, make it cool. My idea is not to, you know, you see these things with a late model steering column. I don't like that. For me, it just don't look right. I'm going to use the old steering column and try to utilize old switches and make it look as old as possible. That's my plan. Alright. We went down in one of our super secret storage facilities and dug up the seat. That's the original upholstery. Look at that. Check it out.
It ain't that comfortable.
The beauty of this thing is it's got hinges right here. Lean forward, bud. Look here. And somebody even had the foresight to leave the screws in there. See there? Hinge is a little tweaked, maybe. It's got a cotter pin in it. Huh. Anyways, the seat will fold up, and then this seat will fold like so. So, my idea is the gas tank used to be under the seat. By the way, I still have the gas tank in its perfect condition, but I'm not going to use that. I think what I'm going to do is put all the wiring under there. Under the seat. And maybe even some subs. What do you think about that? So it's got some boom boom. I mean, if you're going to play Johnny Cash, you got to have some boom boom. Right?
I guess. I mean, could use it as storage underneath.
Yeah. So I think what we're going to do is kind of mock things up so we can see what's up. I think we're going to put the steering wheel in. I might tweak the pedals and get them right first. I don't know. I kind of need the steering wheel to see how to get the pedals right. You got to sit in it and see what's right, you know. You know, I got a video of you when you were just a peanut in here trying to change gears. You grinned a lot more in those days. Here's the original instrument cluster, which I can't use because the transmission has a speed sensor and not a cable. But look how good a shape that thing is. You can still read the cardboard on the back. And I got one of those, whatever they are. And I got some of that. I'm going to have to use some of that. Let me dig around in it a bit. He's over there working on his watch. ain't doing right. Alright, I did some more digging. Here's a little defrost ducts. Here's the vacuum wiper motor. This truck only had, let me see how many miles. 24,000 miles on it. So probably that's okay. And this engine has a vacuum pump, so I can use the vacuum wipers, which would be interesting. And it's only got one for the driver's side, so your girlfriend ain't gonna be able to see if you're riding in the rain. Didn't get a rise out of him. He suffered a bad breakup here a little while ago. Didn't seem to trouble him that much though. Here's them clamps I was hunting for, bud, and I couldn't find them nowhere. There's 5 of them, for Pete's sake. And here's the wiper blade. Ain't that a cute one? Look at that. I bet it ain't 10 inches long. Alright, that's sweet. A sweet little guy. What else we got? A Yamaha hubcap. Well, I guess we don't need that. There's the hood hinges. Boy, they're in nice shape too. What else? What else? Got some of those. Whatever they are. Door handle or a window crank or something. I'm missing a piece of wood for the cab mount though. There's got to be more boxes of stuff around here, and I don't know why I'm leaving the camera on while I'm blabbering to myself, but I'm doing it. And my phone's ringing. Must have been a butt dial. Don't you hate that? Sunday's the only day my phone doesn't ring very much, and I get a butt dial. Alright, let me keep digging. The more I think about it, the better I think it is the idea of mocking this thing up and making it run before I paint it, because look at this mess. I'm gonna have to sort it out. There's the gas pedal I gotta figure out how to make work. A lot of this stuff I don't need, like that. A lot of stuff I do. I'm gonna have to have my thinking cap on. I really am pretty lucky with this truck. Actually, you're pretty lucky with this truck. Look at that. That's the horn button. We ain't gonna be able to use that because the original wire goes down through the column and comes out the end of the steering box. But it ain't gonna work and like that in this configuration. So, anyways.
Got it working again.
Alright. It's a vintage cantaloupe box. There's the old turn signals. There's the headlight buckets. And these are the cab marker lights. Look at that. Glass lenses. Arrow 39. Let me dig in there and see what I've got. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of getting the juices flowing for this 46 Ford again. I'm looking at all these cool parts. This is what I got for cab marker lights. I got these. They look to be in fairly rough shape. We might have to soak them in vinegar or something. I got that one. It's pretty good. I got 2 of these glass lenses, say KD 517, and one that says Arrow 39. And then one of these that says KD 517. So anyways, I ain't got enough of those to make anything work really. I got 3 lights though. Alright, let me keep looking. I found the other wood mount for the cab. I was hunting. I got all those. They're in excellent shape too. They used wood back in the day. I don't need those anymore. There's the rubber for where the filler tube went from the gas tank through the cab. We eliminated that. There's a base for the light. Not in too good a shape. There's the old turn signal switch. I don't think we'll use that. Yeah, I got one more better than that. There's a patch panel I made and didn't use. I don't know why. It looks to be pretty good. PTO cover. Might fit that transmission is right there. There's the hazard switch. I might have to use that. And a bunch of bolts. Let me see if I can find one of them bolts for the running boards. There's some cool stuff here if somebody was restoring one. There's the original clutch apparatus there in nice shape. Still got the bushing in it. There's one of those for the old flathead. I might need to keep that. I got an old flathead right there. A bunch of H10 spark plugs. It's like vacuum advance or something like that. There's the old nuts for the dual wheels. There's the door handle. Alright, I'm getting into stuff I don't need to get into right now. I need to figure out what I'm going to use for making it run. Alright, now I got the steering column just kind of rested in there. Everything's got to be adjusted. I gotta find a bracket. I made a bracket to support it down there and I can't find it. And everything's loose, but that's about how it is. What do you think?
This needs to be up.
It will be once the bracket gets in. I think. Anyways, we can modify things a little bit. But how does it feel other than that? The shifter come right to your hand? Alright, now we got to make the pedals come to your feet. And my idea is I'm going to wire it up so that this switch is utilized. It has a ignition lock, which I have. When you lock that, it makes it so that this switch won't turn. I think it has a steering wheel lock too, I'm not sure. Anyways, we'll figure all that stuff out. And we need to make it run. That'll really get us wound up, won't it? See how it sounds through them straight pipes. Alright. I think that's about all we're going to do tonight. Am I going to have to move the bell to inside there? It's still kind of high off the ground, that truck.
Get them seats right on.
Right on! Go to MrHeavyChevy.com where you can help finance this build by buying sweatshirts, t-shirts, and little shorts for your girlfriend if you got one. Or your wife. Or just give them to homeless people. Whatever. I already rang the bell, but I'm standing here thinking and considering and all that. Here's a few things I could use some help from y'all if you can help me. I have a wiring diagram, I think, for this truck. What I really need in it is, it's the full wiring harness, and I can figure it out probably, but I know there's some people who have done it, made these engines run, in a different chassis, and it'd be nice if, there's guys that put out diagrams for LS engine swaps and kind of simplify it. I wonder if there's somebody like that for a 96 Ford 7.3. I know it's got to have the computer and all that, but it'd be nice if we could simplify that a little bit for my poor pea brain.